Good morning, folks. There's a lot of movement on the sun, but no eruptions in Earth's direction. There have been some filaments releasing in different directions, none at Earth, but we must still monitor these thin plasma ropes that come into Earth-facing positions. Solar flaring, still very low, but on the slightest of rises. We're taking some C flares from the big sunspot group, but it is unlikely to deliver much more, even with new spots developing to the south of it. We've got magnetic separation, boys on one side, girls on the other. 3 days of solar wind show a calming this morning from a short-lived pressure increase last night. The brief perturbation was enough to deliver some energy to Earth's system, caused a disruption as well. Pulsations were quiet until near the end of yesterday, when you see the data level coming up off the floor, and that does continue into today as well. No magnetic storm, but Earth's shield definitely became unstable for a bit. Southern negative coronal hole departing and a positive opening coming in. You will remember how the southern opening lost most of its quake-making power as it faced Earth, but no such thing is taking place to the north. Force remains, and near-space field portal influence has switched to positive already. Top quake of the day was a 6.0 in Chile, right near where 7 years of rainfall fell in 12 hours. Earthspot influence in the back of my mind there, even after the USGS downgraded the quake. Solar polar fields update. Southern field was positive last cycle, but it has solidly flipped to negative now, while the northern fields needed to go positive this cycle but kept bottoming out in negative, meaning the solar pole flip wasn't over. We're now seeing a larger positive trend in the northern fields, indicating that the sun's magnetic reversal has finally completed, nearly 2.5 years late. Still got our typhoon candidate in the West Pacific, much stronger than it was yesterday, and heading west, tracking just north of a potential minor Earth spot swarm. We expect it to go left, west, and then swing north, should break well south of Guam. Slight shift in the U.S. temperature delta here, with warm-ups now coming in the middle. We see a flow out of the south, bringing that heat up through the center, and the pressure cells reinforcing that drive are also what bring the cooler air down on either side of that heat flow. The cold records will keep falling as the western chills of this system are actually going to get a bit worse this coming week. Tonight's top alerts come with a convergence tail likely to bust open in Oklahoma, Arkansas, or maybe Missouri tonight. In Europe, we're eyeing a major high-pressure node out to sea, driving wind and moisture in to meet the convergence, coming up to a northern low. That convergence actually crests and hits another one coming from the east. This type of situation will keep the clouds confined to those convergences, even more so than normal. Down under, we've got a low on top of New Zealand, a strangely shaped windbreak on land which can act like a convergence, and we still have Nathan's remnants as a low up there. Clouds still sticking to those three areas, east coast of Australia to be on alert when that convergence finally gets to you. We've got your current conditions and shots of our star to close. Eyes open, no fear. It's 6:05 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe, everyone.